Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm coming live this morning because I have a family emergency and I want to do my live. I don't want to miss it because I'm feeling pretty good. It's just I have a medical emergency coming up for later. So if I'm too early, I do apologize, but I have this to do. Well, today I'm showing y'all how to make this. You can see it on that side, or I did it like this on this side. So I have it done on both sides. Now, if I show it to you like this, you may see it as the way it's supposed to be. And you can see it's big enough to go on a shirt. You can add it to a shirt or put words across the top. And I'm going to show y'all how I made this today. And lay it to the side. Today, let me get up my screen as well. This is I use crumbs, and I love to tell people re-scrap your scraps. And okay, I have my viewing up. So y'all can remember a few days ago I was showing y'all how I was making these crumb blocks, right? Okay. This one I'm going to show y'all how to make, and it will only be one-sided because this one I have it done on both sides, and you do use heat and bond to get it together like that. But today, I'm going to go ahead and sew these together because I'm going to use these here to make this pattern. And you can find this diagram or pattern right on the internet, and you can draw it out or whatever you need to do with it. Y'all know the way I got mine this large is I use my projector. Okay, take one of these wooden pressers and open this seam. I'm down in my happy place, y'all. If this house wasn't giving me mold issues, I would just stay here and bring my filing cabinets on in, but I'm not interested in staying in here. I stay sick too much. And when I moved here, I wasn't this sick all the time. I have good days and bad days now, but when you learn better, you do better. That's how I was taught. So I press that with the wooden presser. Then I have some more crumbs here. I'm going to add a piece because I do them different ways. I'm going to add this to this foundation piece. Anything extra, I'll just trim it off and add more. Okay, I got to lose the shoe. If I sew with that shoe on, I'm going to be cutting thread. That shoe don't like me. Okay, I have some of this to trim off. I didn't thread a lot of more bobbins. I just started using what I have. And I do apologize. I didn't have time to tell anyone or warn anyone, that I was going to be on earlier. But I will going out shortly with my daughter. One of my daughters had a accident or incident and torn her Achilles heel. And she has to see a specialist for it because right now she can't walk. And that bothers me, you know. Once you become a parent, you're going to always be a parent. Okay, I have more than enough to add some more. I need it big. I have one way of checking. But before I do, let me press this seam open here. I'm trying to show y'all step by step. Get it done before I have to leave for this doctor's event. Okay, I knew some of this was big. I said I have to trim that off. I could have stood the plug in my iron, but I'm gonna use these wooden presses. It'll be all right. I don't know if y'all can see in my background over here a little bit. I finished my little mini quilt I was making to hang on the wall. And in the process of finishing that, I created me another pattern. And y'all will love, love, love the pattern. Okay, see how that looks? Now let me see how with this y'all see these? This the peeling paper that come off the heating bun. When I ironed them on, I had to go back and cut them out. So I have quite a few of these here left as a design pattern. And it'll fit on here. It's large enough and long enough. Look at there. Let me see if I got another one. Right here. I probably can fit two on here. I made it too big, look like. Oh my goodness gracious. I could fit two on here. But before I try to fit two, I could just add a small extra strip. It'll be plenty wide enough. I can get two out of it. Let's see. I guess I will add a second piece. Don't get two of them out of it. And for long, you can make these like this and you'll have enough to do a whole quilt like this. I mean, look, y'all remember the quilt, poster stamp quilt I was working on? This is re-scrapping the scraps, y'all. You see? From that poster stamp quilt. My seam allowance on this is not accurate because I have a lot of jagged edges. And when you re-scrap your scraps, you're going to get that too. But what you do is you go ahead on and sew it. Press it, before you press your seams out, you go back and trim down your seam allowance. That's how I do it. All right, still got a nice little piece here. But when I tell y'all I'm just sitting down, been making scrap blocks. Remember I keep telling y'all I got a bunch of them made somewhere. Y'all remember this one I did with the little lady on it? I put it in some blocks, make it. Well, I kind of got tangled up a little bit, been moving some stuff around, and here it is. I even still have these with the binding name signatures, binding on in the center, and I just try to keep them all in a pile together. I have some more that blocks I have stored up somewhere. Um, I have about 4 to 6 maybe blocks from Tiffany Quilting Life that she made for me, and she signed her name on them. And I was just wondering and thinking about those. I love them. They are gorgeous. I probably don't want to part with them, but one day I might just do them one or two in a raffle or something to let somebody else experience having the signature of a famous YouTube quilter. Okay. Um, it still look like I need a little heat on this, but I'm gonna finger press this one open as well. What did I just sew that? And y'all can tell the ones I use with the heating bun in it. They are very stabilized. And when I press this down for a seam, it stays. And I'm rubbing on them pretty intensely. Okay. Now, these can be done in a couple different ways. Okay. It's plenty wide enough now. And when you go to cut them, you can also you just use your imagination with them. You can make it work, or you can switch up the colors. Let me see. Say, for instance, I want to break this down into 3 different colors. Y'all know the continent African is like red and black and then green. This pretty green. If I wanted to, I could just break this down, come across here and do it in multicolors with some of this red showing. Y'all see the red? And then I can cut me a strip of black. It's sort of like foundation paper piecing, but it's not. But I can go ahead, put my little scrappies at the top, put a piece of black cross in here, and find that beautiful green. I don't know if it's hunter green or olive green, like a deep sage or something. Put that green at the bottom. And I don't know if I brought any extra stuff with me, but yeah, I have a here where I heat and bun attached, and I really liked it this one because it was in stripes. You can even use stripy print fabric. So you can go ahead and cut your strips. You want to make wider strips, like maybe 4 or 5 inches strips, go ahead and cut your strips. Do the red, do the black, and the green. And once you continue, to put it together, everything gonna flow as you want it to go. So that's a quick and easy step. On this here, it used to be, I'm thinking, oh, excuse me. This used to be a plate mat, and I took it and I cut this pattern out um, using that plate mat, and it was double layered. So I also took the backing part and heat and bonded it to the back. That way, when I apply it to my quilt block or my shirt, I can just pin the edges, or I can glue stick the edges because I love using glue sticks. I use glue, Elmer's glue on that one as well, because I bought like uh, a whole cartload of the Elmer's glue when school was out, and it went on sale for like maybe 10 cents or something. And I ain't buy the whole shelf out because they had so much of it, but I might have bought half of the shelf. And the nozzle was already on those little Elmer's glue, so I just went around the edge with it for the hemming. But these, I'm going to leave it raw edge, and I want that satin stitch to cover those raw edges all the way around. And that might lead me to getting a embroidery machine later, or finding somebody that's do embroidery to do a little sewing for me. And I love this African print, y'all. My purple is showing up as a blue, but that's actually purple. And it's an African print fabric. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now I was wondering, should I do a partial multicolor for this? And if I do, what part I want to use? And see, that's way too much. I would have to okay, this is the correct side to me. And yes, this is the correct side. So I was holding it backwards. See, if I just cut a small portion of this out for the top. And that's way too much. I still will have to go back, add in another color, and add on another color to get the full outcome that I'm looking for. But right now, I'm just going to show y'all how I got this. That's just an ideal. If you want to try it, you're more welcome. And when I trim this off, I don't throw these scraps away. I'm going to show you in a minute. Pin that down. My birthday was awesome. I want to thank each and everybody that wished me a happy birthday, too. I appreciate that. I was wanting to do something special for my birthday, but I didn't get a chance to do that. Maybe something else will come along down the road that I can get to have fun with. I also have an auction channel that I was trying to ask everyone to subscribe to that auction. Oh Lord, I'm having trouble speaking. But it's an auction channel, and I was trying to get others, y'all, to subscribe to that channel because I want to start doing my drawings and my trunk shows and stuff to that channel. And I'm going to move all my giveaways and stuff to that channel. I won't be doing any giveaways on this channel because I have the same Camel's Creation set up for an auction channel. All right, look at that. Okay, y'all see how I got that pin up there? Because I'm showing y'all how I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. And I'm going to use the little scissors. I think with the little ones, I can get a little bit closer to get more in depth. Oops. My pen cushion is running away. Now, I go ahead on and cut these out, y'all, because I think it's a lot easier. Plus, it already have some heat and bond in some of this, which make it a little stiffer. And getting a closer and more precise cut. You can see the little wigglies, the little, I say hills and valleys, ups and downs. Okay, I'm going to have to bring this one to me a little bit. Now, once I get this cut out, you don't necessarily have to use the heat and bond to put it on what you want to put it on. I just recommend heat and bond because it helps it to stay in place. But if you got glue sticks, washable Elmer's glue, use what you have. Set that on it so it can stay in place. Okay. Okay. Okay, I still have enough of this left for one more. And can y'all just imagine how awesome this is? How you can take scraps you already used for scraps, just re-scrap the scraps. And when I get to the very least of fabric, I'm not going to throw that away either because I'm going to use it. I'm going to make me a mattress out of it. And y'all know I've been talking about this school bus for years, seem like. I got to hurry up and do something. I'm praying that I can get this done before the world go mad and all the looting and hooting and stuff starts. Because I'm telling you, my body just shakes and trembles sometimes when I think about what is coming. I had a dream years and years ago about this. And everything since then has been just lining up. God don't make no mistake. When he warn you and tell you about something, God, he keeps his promises. It might not seem like it to you right then, but he keeps his promises. Okay. Look at that. To me, this is right side to me, and I might have cut it wrong, but I did it right. Now you see this here? Reason I tell you don't throw this away, the very piece I was showing y'all that I put in a postage stamp quilt, that's a 1 inch block right here. 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. All these is 1 inch. And now I have extra on here. This with that little tail hanging. That little tail hanging, I will trim that up because you can't crumb piece without a straight edge. You have to have a straight edge. This have a okay straight edge. And over here, I have to line that up as well. Okay. I'm going to lay it to the side with the rest of it. I'm going to unpin and show y'all what I have here. If y'all new to my channel, coming in, peeping in, watching, or lurking, you're welcome to lurk. But do give me the thumbs up. And if you like anything I share with y'all or show you, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions on anything or want to learn how I do this, I left my email address in the description of this video. You're more than welcome to email me. And I tell all of my friends, if you're interested in learning something, you don't have to ask here if you don't want to. If you're uncomfortable, we can do a one-on-one chat and I can show you how I do it in that chat. And I do this all for free. I don't charge anyone to learn how to quilt because quilting is a type of therapy. Y'all like that? You like that? This is this is scrapping, crumb piecing, and re-scrapping the scraps. And the back is, y'all can tell this part don't have a foundation piece, but this part had the foundation piece. And it had the heat and bun inside. But I can still put my glue sticks back here and rub it up real good. When I lay it in place, line it up, and take a hot iron and run it over top of that hot glue on the back and put it on a foundation block. I can add it to a foundation block. I can add it to a t-shirt. I can add it to curtains for a bedroom, especially something to go with that quilt behind me. And I have some of that fabric left where I can do this and add curtains and put this on the curtains to kind of bring the room together. This just ideas. I'm telling y'all, I used to sew. I used to make stuff for people's bedrooms and practically just give it away because I was putting it in what was that? I had got sick where I was unable to work. I keep telling y'all I've been sick all my life. I was a sick baby, a sick child, a sick teenager, a sick adult. Um, I don't know the reason for that, but yes, been sick a long time. And I feel better. I have good days and bad days, but still, when you born sick as a child, that tends to follow you. I'm going to rebuke it because I said it and I shouldn't have said it out loud, but that's my experience. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I'm drinking water this morning, ice water. I love creating. This is one of the patterns I done. And I have another pattern that I said I'm going to show y'all a sneak peek. And if I can get it out from over here, I don't want to tear it. Okay, I have more scraps from some of the other ones I did. Y'all gonna want to see this. Okay. This. Can you see that? I made me a sea turtle. I made me a sea turtle pattern. And I'm going to be doing this pattern. And I would love to do it in a live with some of my friends that love to sew. And I know y'all don't have the pattern since I already got it done for myself. It would be lovely to get together and we do this pattern. But just let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all have any ideas on it, please let me know. And I'll think about how I can duplicate what I'm doing so I can share it with others. And I know if I create a pattern, a lot of people would say, oh, you should sell that. I even got the pattern to this. And I can't bring myself to sell it. I might have to start selling some later, but right now I can't bring myself to sell it. And I love teaching others because I know when I was in a depressed state where I couldn't function and I couldn't think and I couldn't do for myself, I needed something to fulfill that void. And I had to sit down and I was thinking, I said, Lord, there got to be something I can do. And right off the bat, when you thinking and praying and you in your quiet space, you can hear those thoughts. We don't just automatically get thoughts by ourselves. God give you thoughts that said, well, you already have skills. Why don't you just do something you already know how to do? And you love doing it. And I said, oh my God. I started sewing. I started sewing because this was during my first marriage because my mama taught me how to sew. Remember those days? I talk about how my mama started me sewing at 8 years old. But later in life, I kind of stopped sewing because I done been through so much, y'all. Y'all wouldn't believe the stuff I done been through. It's just, you find the good and allow the good to outweigh the bad. And when you start doing that, start believing in everything that is pure and everything that is good, things start to change it for you. It start to change. And when it changed for the better. So I was even doing this as a child, y'all. I was doing this as a child. I made my first baby doll, my own baby doll. I got teased when I showed it to my children and stuff, and they holler like, Mama, that looked like a voodoo doll. And I looked at them, I said, what? I said, don't no voodoo doll look like this. This is I had a black crushed velvet skirt that I made the doll out of. And I put eyes on the doll, white eyes, and I made it like a doll. And I didn't put no hair on it, but later I learned how to do the hair on the head for the dog. Y'all, I tell y'all, I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy it. I used to make so many things. Back in the days, I even made the Kleenex box covers. I even made hats and stuff. I made dresses. I made a dress for a baby and I didn't even have a baby. I ain't got it now because the house I was living in as a child is burnt down now. And everything I had collected or saved that was in that house. And I lost it all. But I didn't lose my memory of what I learned how to do, or I didn't lose my memory that I can make that doll because I drawed that pattern. I drawed that pattern and I just cut it out and I made it the way I thought it should have been made. A lot of other patterns, cat patterns. I drawed the cat patterns. Um, Bear patterns. I had a pattern of a teddy bear where I used to sew up a bunch of teddy bears and stuff, and I would sell them to friends, but I didn't keep the proceeds. What I did back then, I was working, I had a job and stuff then, and I would make the bears, and all the proceeds I made from those bears, I sent that money home to my mother. I sent it home to my mother to tell her this to help you on the bills or take this for food or whatever they was needing. Cause I told y'all when I was young, my mother and father was up in age then. I think my mama was about 30 or 40 when she had me. She was about 40 years old when she had me. My father was probably already in his 60s then as well, but he was a man built in stature. He had strong shoulders. He was stocky, as they said, stocky built. And for to be old as he still was in good shape, pretty much. There was few things he couldn't do, but he was biracial. But back then, um, a lot of the community people used to look up to people like my father, and when they needed help, they would come to him. If they needed something done, they would come to him. And my father will always help any and everybody. We had a vehicle, and during that time, a lot of people didn't have vehicles. My father would travel and take people to the doctor, travel, take them to town for grocery, travel to take them, and we was about six and we was at least 10 miles from town. And then if he was traveling down our local road, he could have been more than that. He probably was like 12 to 14 miles from town when he picking up other people's, taking them to town, because back then people would walk miles and miles and miles to get to your house if they needed help. And my parents was good at helping people when they was hungry. They was just good at people just coming asking for help, and they were helping them. Sometimes my parents would need help, and the same people they helped would come and help them, because we didn't have a farm, but we had something like a homestead where we had large gardenings. We had one cow that had to be milked. We had two goats. We had chickens. We had ducks, and we had turkeys and roosters with the chickens. And we had a chicken pen. We had to harvest the eggs. And I might be missing something, but we had a brick house back then. Built it from the ground up, and around this brick house we had a mini miniature homestead. We had 4 truck packs, gardenings, and people just came. We had greens. Somebody wanted greens, they would come and ask, may I have some greens? Yes. They gave them a bag of greens. Back then we had the brown paper bags. Anybody remember the brown paper bags? I can hear my father now calling, girls, y'all come here. Come out the room. Y'all go pick me this bag full of greens. And we'll go out there and fill the bag up. And before we go, we'll say, how do they want them? Do they want turnips or do they want mustard? And they say, we want all turnips or we want all mustard. Then we'll go pick all turnips, or if they want a mix, we'll get half turnip, half mustard. It was a way of doing it. And yeah, and all this just brought back memories, y'all, because I used to do this when I was at home. We had a lot of people in the neighborhood, and just a quick shot at my huge turtle. This is how big it is, and I got it numbered. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Would it be something good to do together? And I lay it up here. Now on this big turtle, I have here it is. The way I'm gonna make this turtle pop for a quilt center, I'm gonna use some of this foam. See that? This is the foam. I'm gonna use some of this foam, and I'm going to heat and bun this foam to the turtle. That way, when I sew the turtle down, and excuse me, I will be using a satin stitch because this going to be like a huge patch turtle. Heat and bond this to it, and then I will have some quilting depths once I get the turtle in place. And y'all can see on the shell, it gonna be piece, piece, piece. I'm gonna cut that out. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna cut that out to where each shell piece gonna be done separately, and they gonna have the different color tint, which I might have to crumb piece some pieces in a certain color to get them shell pieces the color I desire. And that can be done like that. It can be done like that. You can even foundation paper piece them. Foundation my ruler just a minute. Ugh. Hold on a minute. Excuse me, y'all. This is important. I'm gonna mute just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was my daughter, but I was reaching for this. Y'all know this the add a quarter ruler, right? And this is the side here that you use to add the quarter, and you can fold your paper around it as well. So I'm gonna be using this ruler on doing my turtle shell, and I don't have it into the pattern I drawn because you can just cut out different pieces of fabric with the patterns that's in the shell and do it all over like that. But my thing is, I want to see turtle. I want to see turtle. And I want to find me the right shade of green. And I want to take different shades of green or even a golden color to add like highlights, and then take a brown or so. I want to mix a little brown and gold and green all together to make this. And this is my first design of this pattern. And I showed it to y'all here on YouTube, so you know it comes straight. All right. So I'm going to put my add a quarter ruler here. And this beautiful patch of the country, a continent of Africa. And I'm going to let y'all go. Do like, give me the thumbs up, comment, share this video. You know, even after this has gone live and posted, I still get the comments and I respond to them. And do me a favor. Can y'all please share this video? I asked y'all to share my video because I like teaching for free. My mother taught me, and I like to pass it on. This is sort of like a pass it on situation where I'm not asking for anyone to pay me for a pattern. I'm not asking anyone to pay me for anything I do or say at this moment. But I am asking that you share my video to maybe help get my view time up, because I am very interested in adding a online shopping site to my YouTube channel, and the only way to get there is to follow their rules. So thank y'all for watching my video. Thank you for coming in. Do give me the thumbs up. Do give me the likes. And please, please, please share my video. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day. Till next time. Let me know what y'all think about doing this pattern on a live as well. My turtle pattern. And we can get it done. And if anybody else is interested, maybe we can do a Facebook group or something to do this pattern in. It's just something to think about. If y'all have any ideas to go with it, let me know. I'm going to give it some more thoughts, and I'm going to reach out to a few friends to see, what their thoughts on it. And we just going to have a fun time, y'all. I've been finishing up on a lot of my projects I started. I haven't quilted up many quilts. I got maybe one or two here and there done. Probably more than that this year, but I'm going to go ahead, and I have a backing to make for one of my quilts I was working on, to show y'all how you can take a friction pin like this, and this is the white one. When you use like a dark fabric, I use the white, and you can get these pins on Amazon. And I got like 2 packages of them, and they come in repeating colors like twice, or you can get the refill pins that go in them. And I use these to mark on my quilts when I'm trying to do a specific design that I'm not quite good at just yet. And I use the template plate and go and get it drawn out so it'll look the way I want it to look. And these are very good at that. So remember, look for the heat erasable pens on Amazon. They are heat erasable or water soluble erasable. Either one of them. This is that. So thank y'all. Do have a blessed day. I'm going to go now. I'm sorry I had to come in early, but I have a family emergency. Medical emergency. So y'all be blessed and stay tuned until next time. If I get back with some good news, hopefully I can sew a little bit. I just come on back since today is Tuesday, and I feel pretty good right now. My head is not hurting, but I do have something going on with the teeth. I broke or chipped one of my teeth. I'm going to have to take that puppy to the doctor. And I need to schedule that appointment today so I can get in and see a doctor in case they want to make me wait a week before they can see me. That's because I used to travel all the way to Indianapolis to go to the dentist. And there's a school there that does great work. They do great work. There are students in training, but there also is qualified to get on the floor. Put it that way. They are almost at their graduation stage, and they're qualified to get on the floor. So they have work, hands-on training. Put it that way. So thank y'all for coming in. Have a blessed day. I'm going to go now. Bye.